Seconds late.
Yeah.
No stream snipers?
No stream snipers. Are you guys ready to get started?
I
You guys can
guess.
talk.
Yes.
We got
Fine,
10 seconds.
ready. Oh, how are you gonna start?
I don't know how I'm gonna
It's
start.
crunch time. It's crunch time.
Oh, you have the microphone on. You just
Yo, how are you guys doing, bro?
What's
Welcome back.
up?
We actually started, huh? Are you guys gonna say anything? I don't know what to say.
What's up, dude?
What's up? Oh, it's currently on their screen.
Oh gosh.
Hey.
How's it going?
Yo, so we're just gonna talk and hopefully you guys drop a comment. Just for like how many people watching? There's probably 4 of you guys watching right now, and just drop a comment on any subject you want us to talk about, or just comment whatever, and then yeah, let's take it away to Don't Show My Therapist podcast. We're only live on YouTube. I was about to say Facebook. Yeah. So, how was your day, Caroline?
You know, it was chill. I had to work. How was your day?
It was alright. I worked at a Trump supporter's house today. We kind of already talked about that before this, but
I don't know
yeah,
what you're talking
we
about.
did learn that not all Trump supporters are racist. Some of them were pretty nice. Did you get a new car?
No.
What car are you getting?
No, I don't know. I really don't know yet.
What car would you like if you didn't have to have like a budget? What car would you get?
If I didn't have a budget, okay. Okay.
Oh,
It
that's
really,
a
it really,
that's
yeah.
a
it
conversation right there. Let's talk about
right.
that.
It really do depend. So if I had, I would love like for a small car, I would like a Honda Civic.
Oh, that is a small car.
Ain't it?
Her car, Debbie's car is big.
Yeah, for being a.
Well, I mean, you know, not an SUV, not a truck.
Oh, you mean like short?
I don't know, bro. It's a small car.
Just don't get a Mini
Y'all
Cooper.
getting too deep into it. And for like a 4x4, I would get a Jeep, but the ones with the big
Ooh,
wheels.
yes. I want a Jeep.
So when I turn, it'll be like, you know.
Everybody wants a Jeep with big wheels. I thought we were past that stage.
A Jeep with big wheels. I was honestly like going for a Jeep lifted too with the big wheels, but yeah, it didn't fit in my budget. So
They're expensive.
Yeah, they're like 40,000, no more.
40,000?
They're more, no? 40,000 or more?
That was like 30.
Something.
Yeah, that's way off my budget.
I don't know.
Yo, so I have some topics I want to talk about. So Chipotle messes up my order. Alright. So they mess up my order twice. Oh crap, that's loud. Let me cut to them so I can move.
Okay. Well, in that case, I'll talk about my Chick-fil-A messing up my order today. Tell me why I went today and I got a four-piece, not nugget, but like the strips. And I asked for honey mustard.
Wait. Chipotle has chicken strips?
We're talking about Chick-fil-A.
No,
Oh.
Chick-fil-A. And so you were like, what? And I asked for honey mustard and avocado lime ranch. Have you ever had that? It's hella fire. Anyways, they gave me like the 12-piece chicken nugget, which that part I wasn't complaining, but they didn't give me any honey mustard. And I asked for it after she gave me the bag. I was like, can I have any? And she put it in the bag. So I thought, oh, she put honey mustard in the bag. You know what she put in the bag? She put Chick-fil-A sauce. I didn't ask. She put Polynesian sauce. She put barbecue sauce. And I was like, but you know what? I'll let it slide.
You should
Just
have told
because. No, because I didn't realize until I got home.
Oh.
Debbie used to work at Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, I'm sure they would have given it to you for free.
Yeah, they would be like, my
Oh,
pleasure
and
to
they-
give it to you for
And
free.
they'd let you
My
keep the
pleasure.
messed up order too. Because most fast food places will make you throw it away.
Appreciate the tip.
Yeah.
Dang, I'm about to-
No, but I didn't complain at the same time though, because by the time I got home, I was like, you know what? She didn't give me the sauces I wanted, but I
You
got
got a
like
12 count.
the 12
I think the
count
12 count is more
nuggets.
expensive than the strips.
I think so too, and I paid for what I actually ordered rather than. Go ahead with your Chipotle.
Yeah, so I went to Chipotle and it was for work. So I ordered through the app and I had my order saved, right? Now I have like 2 points. I don't know how many points they give you, but it was my first order through the app. And then I did my order. I specifically put steak, right? Steak. They ended up giving me a veggie burrito. And I didn't check until I was halfway eating it. Because I was
How
like,
did you not taste
because I was like, where's my steak, right? And I was like, maybe somewhere in there. So I kept eating it. But I kept taking out these like green onions and green pepper or whatever. And then I was like, wait a minute. I look inside of it. I was like, where's the steak? I literally was digging through a burrito. And then there was no steak. And I was like, bro. I didn't even finish it. I just like it sounds bad, but I just threw it away. Because like.
What did you order with it beside? Was it just the
It had,
tortilla, the rice,
it had
and the,
everything
and the fajita?
but the steak.
Because that sucks.
Yeah.
Eating flour plus.
Yeah.
technically more flour.
But that was the first time. The second time was today. No, yesterday night. My sister was like, "Do you want anything to eat?" I was like, "Yeah, Chipotle." Bro, I was like, "Yes, I'm gonna have my Chipotle all nice." Let's be thankful. We had my steak this time, right? It was missing the cheese, the sour cream,
Ooh, they did you dirty,
the
bro.
lettuce. So I basically had steak, beans, rice, and then good thing I asked my sister for guac and chips. So I threw the guac in there. Oh, I ordered guac in it, so I didn't even have guacamole.
But did they charge you for it? They charge extra.
They probably, I don't know.
They probably had a lot of orders lined up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
So give them a little.
You seen that video of the order things coming in on the thing? I think it was at a Wingstop, and it's like
Yeah.
it's like endless.
I
It's
went to-
crazy.
I went to Buffalo Wild Wings a few days ago, and it took about an hour just to get my order out. Like they told me to go pick it up an hour after I ordered it, and I was waiting in the parking lot for almost an hour.
Yeah, that's what happened to us in Omaha. We went to Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah, they have a lot of.
Luckily, there was a Target in front of it, so we just went to Target. So that's
What'd
what
you
we
get at Target? Starbucks?
No, Starbucks was closed.
Yeah, service is closed at Target.
We were just looking for snacks because we were at we had an Airbnb, so we didn't have food. We were just there for one night, so we got ice cream and a bunch of juices, and then that's about it. Shout out to my boy Clovis for the hospitality in the beginning. So.
Just in the beginning, not at the end.
Oh yeah, in the end, because like I slept. Okay, technically I was supposed to stay in our Airbnb with my sister Jesus and my friend Genesias, But then Chloe was like, bro, sleepover. You know, your boy had a sleepover, you know, for the one time. So that's what I did. What do you normally get at Target?
Things I don't need.
For real. You go for one thing and you get like 15 things afterwards.
That's true.
I like Target.
Yo, I love that Target has like these artificial plants. Oh my gosh, I'm a sucker for artificial plants.
Yeah, I bought some the other day for my room.
She do be having some. I would like. I want to cop that. I'm not gonna. lie.
They're expensive though. I'm not gonna lie.
I got a little one. It's like $5.
That's expensive. I would have paid for like $250 for it.
She has a really cute one hanging on her in her car mirror thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's super cute. Purifies your air maybe a little bit.
It's fake.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I forgot.
Just said
Yeah.
artificial. She was you're used to the fake stuff, huh?
What you mean?
Damn, that-
Right. What you
Throwing
trying to say?
shade.
I don't know. I felt like it was a good like. How do I say it? I'm gonna use it though. You know, but I just used it at the wrong moment.
Look at him.
Yo, so Javier's been a little quiet. What's up with you,
Because
bro?
artificial plants ain't my thing, bro.
Oh man.
They,
What do you think? What do you think?
I don't know. Dude, I've only went inside Target twice, like 3 times in my entire life.
No way.
What?
I just, never had a Target growing up, and when I see a Target, it's just like, it's like
Where did you grow up?
in Southwest
under a rock?
Kansas.
Bro,
I-
Shout out
Under a
Southwest
rock?
Kansas, bro.
Yo, shout out to Wyandotte County.
Bro, wait, hold up. I saw a thing that said Wyandotte County's having a drive-in graduation ceremony.
Yeah, they are.
Oh my! I was
Yo.
like, no. I would be pissed, bro. I would
Yeah.
be. I would be like, no, I'm not
What was I
even
gonna
going.
say? So you never woke up one day and said, "I'm gonna go to Target."
Yeah, I did, but I didn't end up going.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So one time I went just because there was a Starbucks in there, the closest one. But,
I love Target. I feel like,
I mean, it was cool, for like it has everything, literally.
like what Debbie said, you really just go there to buy.
Stuff you don't need.
Yeah, stuff you don't
Honestly, Target is like a bougie Walmart.
Yes, I was talking about that with my sister.
Facts.
My sister was like, I'd rather catch the Rona at Target than Walmart.
For real.
And I'm like, what is that? What's the difference in that? So yeah, I think a month ago I went to Target to go find the Nintendo Switch because like everybody was hooked on it, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna see what's up with it. Bro, they were all sold out everywhere. Every Target, every Walmart, they were sold out. So yeah,
You should hit me up, dude. I was selling one.
you were selling your Switch?
Yeah,
How much?
250.
That's not bad.
They used to be hella fun. Y'all remember Mario? Oh man, Mario Bros. That was it.
I used to have a Super Nintendo, the super old ones, the Super Mario Bros, the original
Yeah.
one. I used to have those, but I gave it away to my buddy. But yeah, it was, I know why. Like
Why?
I paid a lot of money for that thing too at Vintage Stock. They have them there for like $150.
Have
And
you,
it's like a piece of plastic that weighs nothing.
have you guys been to Vintage Stock?
What?
No? Vintage Stock?
Vintage Stock?
No.
Yo,
No?
oh,
What is vintage stock?
literally what it says, but like,
No.
They sell like
For real?
everything from the early 2000s and 90s.
yeah.
Oh wow.
Ooh, that
Like
sounds
toys,
cool.
like
We should
toys.
go
We
and-
should make a
Vintage
date.
stock.
Make it a date.
Let's go.
Let's go on a
Make
date.
it
Like there's like old video
Yes.
games.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I forgot girls do that. We literally used to say
She's my
just
date.
going out.
It's really a date though.
Or hey, you want to go?
Except we just call it. something
Isn't it
else.
close?
Yeah.
It's close, right?
Well, I don't think a vintage place is essential.
Oh, you know what's essential? Micro Center. I love Micro Center.
Micro Center's open?
What's Microsoft?
Micro
It's where we
Center.
buy all the tech stuff.
Yeah, that's my world, bro. That's like Toys R Us for me. I walk in there.
Whoa, you went Toys R Us.
Yeah. That's like,
Bye.
That's hella.
yo. Every time I used to walk in Toys R Us when I was like what, 10. Like I always wanted like a bike, stupid like big Lego toys.
No.
And my dad being Hispanic, nah, you good?
No. You don't need that.
We don't need that. So
No, but yeah, if you want nostalgia, go to Vintage Stock. I'll take
For
it back.
sure.
Cause they got like the little the other day with my brothers we got model cars, the one that you gotta build. You gotta snap out the little pieces
Yeah.
and build them all. Oh, you gotta paint them and stuff. It's cool.
I was never
Is
good
it
enough.
Westwood?
There's a lot of them.
Yeah.
Oh,
I know.
it's a franchise.
I know one that's in Mission
Wyandotte
Drive.
Plaza.
Mission Drive.
Yeah, there's one on Shadow Mission Parkway. And there's one on the Wyandotte Plaza.
The one over
State.
here?
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know this one.
Behind the Krispy Kreme. Yeah, you know, go to vintage stock, get some nostalgia, head on over to Krispy Kreme.
Yeah. The
Some
question
Burger
is,
King if you're feeling.
have you guys been to 5 and below?
Yes.
Not here. Not
Haven't
here.
been.
I don't
They
think
got-
I've ever seen one in Kansas, but
They got good
Oh, well, there's a
steak.
5 and below next to vintage stock. There you go. You can make it afternoon.
Wait, then I have gone to vintage stock.
Yeah.
stop. Wait, stop.
If it was
Stop.
next, stop, right? If it was next to Five Below, then yeah.
No.
I don't know.
5 and below. The Chargers suck though after a while.
Bro,
Well,
I
it's
literally
$5.
just bought an
Yeah,
aux
but like,
cord.
come on.
I literally just bought an aux cord from like a gas station. It was, no, it wasn't even from a gas station. I got it from Walmart, and it was like $7 or something like that. I used it for 2 days, and I just took it off because it kept making like a weird noise, and I put the other one on. Now I have to look for
My
another
biggest
one.
pet peeve is if you guys have like a charger that lights up, you know those that lights up to like the phone, like it's charging and it's like LED lights running through the wire.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like doing this motion. Oh, I hate those. They're so cringe.
Really? I used
Yeah.
to have that in my car.
And I hate gas station chargers, bro. Like the time you need them to work, they don't work.
Hey, but they come in clutch, brand new out the package.
Yeah, for like
For like a day.
an
Hey,
hour.
that's all you need.
And they're expensive. They're like what, $6.99?
Hey, supply and demand.
Nah.
That's
Supply
true.
and mess. Yeah.
Because if you're like on a road trip, right?
Yeah.
You see a gas station, you're like, my book bag is in the back pile of the van. I can't get my charger.
That's what you get for being irresponsible.
No. We're stopping. If we're gonna stop at the gas station, I'm gonna get off, take the bags out, and get my charger, and I spend $6.99.
Yeah, I would rather take it out of the back
Yeah.
than pay $7 for.
Oh, I forgot. You got money, huh? You can pay $6.99.
Oh
I
my
can't
God,
do that.
bro.
You cannot be talking with a BMW outside, boy. If you don't,
Hey,
You
shout
got
out Jose,
money.
just copped
You
the
got
Beamer.
money.
Jose just copped the Beamer.
We're Beamer
Let's
squad or
go.
what? Nah. Shout out to my Mini Cooper. You know,
Hey, shout out Jose driving foreigns now.
my Mini
Oh.
Cooper walked so my Beamer could run.
how long did it take you to come up with that?
At the span of the 2 seconds we were all talking.
Oh.
And then I was remembering how, you know, back then in the 2000s, there was like those emos and those dark people that were like, not wore, but had like purple hair, dark clothes, and had like Praise the Vow, or what is it called? Or Bright Among
Pierce
Us.
DeVille?
Pierce DeVille. What other band is there?
Black Veil Brides.
Like
That's what you were.
Something Disco.
Green Day Panic at the Disco.
Panic at the Disco. That's what it
Was
was.
you one of them?
Damn.
No, but
Right.
no, let me
You're-
explain.
God.
Oh, before you get on my boy, I like rock, so I
like
kind of
rock?
did listen to one of them.
No, you like metal, bro.
No, have you seen the pictures of him before?
Yeah.
He had like
Nah.
veins.
On his Instagram?
Nah, they're not my
So
Insta no
anyway,
more.
let's go look at
They're
that.
not on
Yeah.
Insta no more.
Let's go look at that real
Nah,
quick.
nah, I deleted all my old pictures.
Nah.
Wait,
You did for real?
we took a
Nah,
group,
yeah.
we sent a screenshot to the group chat, huh?
Yeah.
I'm gonna look for it.
I was the one that said.
Alright, so I got that from, because someone was like, 2000 emos, I walked, so e-boys from 2020 and e-girls could run. Because you know how there's e-girls and e-boys? Yeah. That's basically the phase of the 2000s, but now.
That's all I could.
Let me see.
You know what you remind me of
Listen.
with that picture, bro? You
No,
were...
no, that's not emo. Is that
Wait,
emo?
what camera is live?
Okay, it's not emo, but you know what it is.
This?
You
Yeah,
know
that
what it
was
seemed
live.
like?
It's,
You know what it seems like? It seems like you were one of those.
It won't-
They can't see it.
it won't focus. Oh well.
Just go to my Instagram.
And
go down. I have a
if you-
beanie on.
If you realize, see it's right here.
It's not.
Is that one?
Did you
This one's
find
more
pictures?
emo.
Rip. Nah.
What's my caption on that? No caption, bro.
No caption.
I
You
used
know
to-
what you were like?
You weren't feeling inspiration.
That picture reminds me. Is that?
Yeah.
That picture reminds me of those people that used to be like
Holy
rawr or
Rawr?
like the dinosaurs.
I hate
the,
you guys,
the
bro.
dinosaur.
I don't think this
I
will
can't
focus.
hug you because my arms are too small. Rawr. That means I love you. That's what
Rawr.
you reminded me of.
I bet you were like that because you know all those slangs.
No.
Dang.
You
I'm just
said-
saying, I feel like I need to explain myself why I know those bands.
Yeah, explain yourself.
My cousin used to listen to that stuff, and then I took.
Your cousin.
No, not for real. My cousin, and I was always like, why do you listen to this? Because the Black Veil Brides, he showed me them, and I was like, bro, what is this? Like, this is weird. Like, this is some weird stuff to me. And he was into that, so I was like, yeah. And then there's this channel called FBE on Facebook, on YouTube. You guys watch it?
Mm-mm.
No?
It sounds familiar.
FB.
They do the teens react and.
Oh yeah. Like teens react to David Dobrik.
Oh yeah.
Teens
I see the
react
ones
to-
on YouTube. Is that
Well,
what you mean?
they got it's on YouTube, and they got this thing called or Teens Guess, something like that, and they play music, and they're like, can you name this song and the artist, right? So they play music from like the early 2000s, from the 90s, from the 80s, from the 70s, and I started watching those videos, and I'm like, I know a lot of these songs, like I know a lot of this thing, but I just like listening to like different genres of music.
Yes.
I think we all went through that phase where we listened to what was it, Paranormal? No, that's not what it was called. Paramore.
Paramore.
Nah, I
Paramore.
No.
I don't even know who that is.
Bro, what?
No way, bro. Really?
That's what happens when you're a PK.
Oh.
Hey, if nobody knows what PK is, it
Yeah.
means Pastor Kid. So
I was a pastor's kid.
you were?
Yeah, but I still, kind of.
You're
That was my
pastor kid.
rebellious stage.
Yeah, I did have
Did you have your rebellious?
I had a rebellious stage.
Yeah, I think we all do, no?
Yeah. If you don't, you're not human.
That's true.
That's true.
Oh, I bet
Yeah,
it was.
you
I bet it
see.
was sometime during middle school.
Mine?
Ooh, you got me on that one.
No.
No, mine was middle school and
Mine's
early
middle
high
school.
school. No,
Mine
actually,
was early high school.
Mine was like
Yeah,
between
'cause-
8th and 9th grade.
Yeah, because that's like when you're like trying to fit in
Yeah.
the most.
Yeah.
Mine was for sure high school. I used to skip a lot.
Ooh.
Yeah, I did.
That's my one.
I used to
Yeah.
go to
You
the
know what?
mall.
No, that's
Yeah.
not.
I outed myself. It's okay.
Yeah.
I went to high school in a small town, so there wasn't a whole lot to do to skip other than to say you skipped.
Yo. Jesus says, favorite food place.
Ooh.
Favorite what kind of food place?
Oh,
Yeah, like,
Jesus, you gotta be more
chicken,
specific.
like sit down and eat or
Sit
fast
down,
food.
take out, fast food.
As soon as you're listening, bro, drop by.
Pop up guess. Can
I
I
can
call a
tell-
friend?
Javier loves wings.
I like wings, but my favorite food is Asian food.
Oh, you were
100%.
talking about. I love Indian food.
Indian.
Come on,
I just like food, bro.
bro. What's the tortilla called? The tortilla.
Naan?
That's what it's called.
It's called naan.
Bro, I can have some of that.
And it's
naan.
bread.
None or none?
Naan.
None.
Like
Naan.
N-A-A-N.
None.
Naan. Like
Naan.
the A is
Naan.
on.
Nah.
Naan.
Like mom, but none.
Naan.
Like what's up, man?
Yo,
But
that'd be
naan.
fire though. That'd be fire. I don't know who
What's up,
cooks
Mom?
it. Wait.
No.
They also have another
I know
one
who
called
cooks
chapati.
it. I know who cooks it.
Who?
It's an Hispanic in the back. I know it because I saw an Hispanic cooking at an Indian place once.
It's cause I think I like Indian food because the spices. And then if you ask for food spicy, oh bro, you better be careful when you ask for
Yeah,
spicy
they
at
have
Indian
spicy food.
Like if you think you can, if you're Mexican, you think you can handle it, ask for it, bro.
Dude, the Indians
Bro,
were the
I
ones
don't
who.
even like spicy
The
stuff.
Indians were the first people who actually started using spices.
Yeah.
Then they started importing it over here.
What was it called? The Spice Road?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Right? I learned that in history.
They-
Y'all went to history.
I don't know what it was called.
I wasn't
but-
prepared.
Yeah.
That was the history book.
I didn't study.
No. History was my favorite subject in high school.
Same.
Because I was always interested in like the pharaohs and the pyramids.
I like that. I like the Egyptians and like
Yeah.
the Greeks.
And that's where I got the Spice Road. They had a Spice Road where they used to exchange spices.
Yeah, that's true.
That's why they called it a Spice Road, because they would always exchange spices. I'm not too well informed, so
That's
if I'm wrong.
very creative. Exchange spices, Spice Road. So creative.
Oh, you can thank the Indians. No, not the Indians, the Indian people. So.
For
The
what?
Indians.
Oh, she said that was very well thought. That wasn't redundant at all. The spice train on the Spice Road where they traded spices. Oh my goodness.
Do they have a money road? Just
I feel like they do. They're probably called like a trade road. So that wasn't that funny, but like.
right. Killed it.
Wait, have you all had sushi though?
Fire. Oh my gosh. Have you been, Jose, what was the name of that place that we went to? It was on Rainbow Road or something like that.
That's crazy. Y'all went somewhere else without me?
That was a
Dang.
while back. That was way
Damn.
before. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Bro, you be dipping. That's on you. That's on you.
I'm just
But
kidding.
remember that one time that we went to that sushi place that Kim told us about?
Yeah. She
And
took
it
us.
was hella cheap, but it was so good.
Do you prefer
Small servings,
You prefer it cooked or raw?
Raw.
I had it.
cooked,
What did I
Cooked.
have?
raw.
What did I have?
Could you imagine the
I actually-
bacteria on that? That's gross.
No. Like recently, I tried sashimi, and that's basically like just cut up the dead fish and they put it in front of you. Better than sushi. I was like, why didn't anybody tell me about this, bro? Like the first time I ordered,
You might as well just go to the ocean, pick up a fish,
That's
and
what I
eat
was
it.
literally-
Like,
Yeah.
literally, that's
That sounds
what it
like
is,
insane.
and it's really
that's
good.
disgusting.
If
That's
you
gross.
if you haven't tried it, you should try it.
Absolutely.
Well, I think before ruling it as disgusting, you should try it.
It's
I mean,
good.
it sounds disgusting, but I'm just saying.
It's really
Yeah.
good. Like you see the fish in front of you, you're just like
Well, do you eat it with some sauce or something? Like just the fish or?
soy
like
sauce.
the soy sauce,
Okay,
and the
sauce.
I was
and
right.
a little bit of wasabi, but that's about
Okay.
There's people that
Wasabi.
there's people that order medium, not medium. They just order raw for their burgers.
Rare.
Oh yeah, rare. I'm so retarded.
That's like.
Whoa, I don't know if people like that word.
I know. I looked at you like, oh.
No, my fault. Cut. I have way too much memes in my head. But like, bro, people that just eat it like rare. Like, bro, just take a bite of a cow. That's fine. You know what I'm saying?
But they
With the whole hair and everything.
but like they say that it's better that way.
So
Like sometimes like I order
Actually,
Well,
like
yeah.
I order my meat medium.
yeah, well, we
And
rich
sometimes
people.
there's little rarer parts, and I'm just like, oh, this is alright.
Really?
it used
It
to
makes
bother
it
me.
juicy.
It used to bother me hella, and I had like an old boss of mine. He used to tell me, no, you have to eat it like rare or whatever. It gives you the flavor. That's the
Yeah.
whole point of the steak. And I was like, but I don't like seeing the blood, you know. But I finally ordered it medium, and it made such a big difference. At the same place that I ate the other one, it made such a big difference. It was so good. But I would still never go as far as like mainly being red and just barely
Yeah.
quemadito, barely burned on the.
Yeah, well, the wealthy
it.
people on top, they eat rare meat, and they call it tartar. They have like a different word for it.
That's
Oh,
a sauce.
No, but it's
Or a
tartar.
dip. Ain't it?
Well, that's what I
Tartar?
saw on TikTok.
I'm not tripping, right? It's like
TikTok is your source.
TikTok is my
TikTok
source.
is your source.
So, I'm sorry.
So TikTok.
Just
Yo!
it's just a reference for like what year we're in. They're like, oh, TikTok, yeah, it's 2020.
Someone's gonna come back and just find this on YouTube floating
I'm gonna come
around
back.
and be like, they said TikTok?
What?
They're like, that's still going on today.
I feel like TikTok is gonna be the new Vine, you know? Like they're gonna shut it down at some point, and then it's just gonna be an hour.
They actually shut down
generations
Vine
later.
because they were running out of money.
Because people
Oh.
weren't using it.
I remember when I made Vine, guys.
Yeah.
They were
Blue
so
Sushi
dumb.
Sake Grill.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was it?
Yeah. You literally looked it up.
No, someone's commenting. I'm looking
Oh.
at the comments.
Oh, is it Kim?
Oh.
Yeah.
Is it Kim?
Yeah, Kim.
Hi, Kim.
But there,
Hi, Kim.
if you guys like sushi, there's this place on Neiman Road on Shawnee Mission Parkway
Mhm.
called Sushi Maido, and they have like $25 all you can eat. That's the place.
Oh,
That's the
dang.
place to go. And that's where I first tried the sashimi, and it was really good. Oh yeah. For
Have
real?
you ever had seaweed salad? I had it there. That was hella good fire. Seaweed salad is literally just seaweed. It's
What
so
was that
chewy,
question?
but it's so good.
Read that question for us.
What meme currently represents your life?
I gotta give me.
Hold
Hold
on.
up.
Let me look. Hold up.
I gotta look for it. Hold up.
What meme
What
currently
meme?
represents your life?
That's
Look at
everybody.
Screenshots.
Oh my goodness.
Yo, alright, where's the camera? I'm gonna do that camera. Let's see if y'all can. Let's see if I can see this meme.
It won't
Rip.
focus.
The Kodak Black.
Kodak back. That meme represents me right now. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh my gosh, that's. Oh my
Are
gosh.
you gonna show it?
No.
What?
because
What is it?
Her meme is kind of depressing.
Oh, depressing meme. Ooh, thoughts on Chipotle? Bro, you already know. Don't get me started.
No, Chipotle is like what you eat at home, but not at home. For me.
I think that was my favorite of all.
It is.
Oh no! I'll show you.
It was this one. Look.
Shut on that can.
Oh, but I want to show you.
Oh, let me see it. Geek.
G.
Because I was thinking of like Glee and then geek, so I said geek, not G. G.
No.
I would put
This is
GG.
my favorite one of all time. Though.
Always.
I put G's like.
G.
Favorite
Can't wait to
one
wake
of
up
all
tomorrow.
time.
Yeah.
It's a classic.
This is my favorite
Get
one.
her laugh.
Oh lord.
Wow. Yeah, we're not showing that one, guys.
Wait, let me see.
It's
the one
alright.
you showed
Yeah,
me?
it's the one I showed you.
It's kind of depressing.
I know. All right, let me get a funny one. Entonces, jeez,
So,
y'all
I
so
mean,
hurt.
Chipotle's alright. It's pretty good. Just not when they mess up your order.
Chipotle, best Mexican fast food. Get out of here.
Oh my god.
I was literally just thinking about
Oh
that.
my god.
You best
I
Mexican
like
fast food. Did you say
Chipotle.
fast food?
Chipotle's my life.
Yeah. Well, Chipotle.
Nah.
Chipotle on top of Taco Bell.
No.
Okay,
I
yeah.
love me some
I'll-
Taco Bell.
I'll take anything on top of Taco Bell.
Bro, I was
For real? I love Taco
2
Bell.
years ago or one. I was a sucker for Taco Bell until my taste buds came in. They were like, "Yeah, this is crap."
I like it. It's
I think I
not.
found the meme.
Or beefy crunch burritos. When beefy crunch burritos was
Yeah,
a thing, that's when I was like,
Yep.
I did like the
So
Dorito
accurate.
ones.
the beefy crunch burrito was the only thing.
I like the thing
After
they
that,
had.
I was like, nah.
They had this like wrap at Taco Bell that had like a taco shell in the middle and it had cheese and like I don't know what it was, but it was like a hexagon. That's the only
I
thing
know what you're
liked.
talking. They have that for
Oh.
breakfast. The breakfast
It was
ones,
like
those are
it
fire.
was like this big and it was really good actually. It's the only thing I liked. Oh, and the Dorito tacos. So look.
There.
My favorite thing there was like the steak burritos that they had, and they took them off, bro. Why would they
No.
do that?
This is what the best thing about
So I
Taco
don't really
Bell.
go there.
And they got rid of it. The frutistas. Oh, I'm talking about
What are
way
those?
back in the day. You guys never? No, never. Frutistas
No.
from Taco Bell. Oh, this is what I used to have way back in the day. It was fire.
Well, explain it.
It was like like a mango little. It was like a basically a knockoff mangoneada.
Okay.
Yo, Israel asking some really deep questions here.
What's he asking?
He said, "Are you happy on where you are in life?"
Oh, it's gonna be
Oh,
that
it's
kind of.
that.
Okay. Let's see. Who wants to start?
Well, I want
Am
to
I
shout
ha-
out. Wait,
am I
wait.
happy?
Let me shout out Israel first, though, bro.
Oh.
That boy working hard. I think he's gonna be a doctor.
That's crazy.
Still unsure if he's gonna be a neurosurgeon or just a normal doctor. So shout out to him. The boy is really grinding on there. And then before you answer that one, Luis Lopez. Shout out to my boy Luis. Dating Amy.
Dating.
Or
They've been
married.
married. They've been married.
No.
for 2
Technically,
years.
we talked about it last night. He said you should always date your wife.
Okay.
So
I see.
he said he likes Crunchwrap Supreme. Yeah.
Is that the one?
You know
with
what?
the tortilla? Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the one that
I'm not-
with the hexagon.
I'm
on
not
there.
gonna.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
not
hella
gonna waver
fire.
my opinion. Talk about trash.
Oh, I don't really like. No, I don't really like
I
Taco
don't
Bell.
really like Taco Bell.
I do. Well, not as much after they took the steak burritos because that's literally all I went for was the steak burritos, and they took them out. I think the only one that they have is like if you replace it with steak.
Yeah.
But it's not the same because the other one had avocado on it and it was fire. But I don't really go like that.
So the question of the hour:
What is it?
Are you happy on where you are? Alan?
That's crazy.
We're going back to that.
That's a good one.
That's
Let's
a
start
good
it.
one.
You started since you started.
To me,
Yeah. Are you happy about where you are in life?
nah, bro. I have so much to accomplish in so little time and not enough money. So no, I'm not happy.
Not too bad.
I'm just going with the flow at this point, you know,
Yeah.
but trying to save.
But what do you feel like you need to do so you'll feel happy where you are?
Focus on myself rather than other people's opinions.
Ooh,
'Cause
come on.
I have, yeah, because I have this thing where I get really insecure about anything. Like if you look at me a certain way, I'm like, damn, did I say something? Like what did I do? You know?
Yeah.
Or just of people's opinions of me, which sucks because normally I don't care. It's kind of.
Yeah, I was
weird.
cringe here for. Sorry.
It's
She's
I
just
was
reading
reading-
crush
I was reading Luis's comment. That's
I know.
what
I
it
got
was
on the
called.
comments too.
Okay, yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, that's crazy though.
Ain't it?
For me, I think I am on the path. I think I feel pretty happy. Like I'm not where I want to be. Like I haven't achieved everything I want, obviously. But I feel like I am working towards it. It might seem slow sometimes. That's pretty good.
Do you guys see that improvement in your life?
Oh yeah.
Mental health wise, yes.
Oh wow, mental
I
health.
was destroyed back
She
then.
said, you just
Dang.
I
dragged
was like the
yourself.
meme I showed you.
Girl. Yeah.
The most relatable meme.
I
For
feel
Yeah, that's. Dang, this question is good.
it. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Good.
What was it? Are you happy on where you are in life? If I'm happy, yeah, I'm happy. I'm as well grateful for the things I do. I am the job I'm doing. It's cool, but I'd rather be doing like more production stuff, hands-on, full time.
What would be your dream job?
No job.
Okay.
Just be your own boss.
No, I really like working at church, so I would like to have like a business running, and then me at church 24/7, and I don't have to worry about any like going to work and get money like. So, yeah, that's about it. Debbie needs a charger, guys.
I was
Yeah, I heard
waiting.
whispering. She's like, I need a
I was
charger.
like, why you gonna put me on blast?
But Javier, bro.
Yes, Javier's.
Javier's the plug over here.
I gotta be ready at all times.
All right.
Oh, he got a whole
Oh,
cable.
I
He
wanna
got
buy
that 10 feet cable.
They're called.
Oh, it is.
Oh my
It's a
gosh.
big one,
Thank
yeah.
you.
I want to buy. I think there's a plug in the brown one. There's an extra spot.
Oh no.
I want to buy. Speaking of like, he was ready. It's called a pelican. A pelican case.
Oh yeah. I know what you're talking
Isn't
I
yeah?
thought
That
you
was
wanted a bird. I was like, you
I
might
know.
have
It's
a
the
bird.
pelican with the big
about.
with the
This
big
guy gotta be
beak.
walking around with that.
Well, that's
bird
literally
on
what the logo is, right?
Yeah.
I want
Sorry.
this pelican case. Oh yeah, she's in the view. There. Oh.
Sorry.
So I want this. Yeah, the case is like, bro, they're massive. I'm in love with it.
Wait, there's like.
Cases for what?
Wait.
To
They're
put a
like.
bunch of gear.
Wait, I think Luis has those. I think.
Yeah. I think he does.
Probably does.
Yeah,
Luis, do you have a pelican case, bro?
Yeah, it's like he's gonna scream.
I
yeah,
saw
bro.
his. I have this black one I have that he has that he was trying to sell to me, but they're for. Yes, I love those, bro.
Yeah, like these. Look.
Oh yeah, he does have those.
Yeah, you gotta have one if you're hauling around expensive stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, hey, hold on. Let's not skip
Oh
them.
right. Are you
Javier.
happy? in
Dang,
life?
y'all gonna skip me? I'm just kidding.
Nah.
I'm happy but not content.
Okay,
Yeah.
I felt that.
that's a good way to put it. I think.
Okay, big words.
Three
Content.
syllables. Two syllables.
C-O-N-T.
My IQ is like
5.
top
I'm just kidding.
high 6. So yeah, about 5.
Yeah, well, just like everyone else, you know, just trying to make some moves, man.
Yeah. What's your dream job?
If I had a dream job, it would just, like you said, work for the church,
Yeah.
24/7, and I just like to write, write songs, write. I just like to write.
Oh wow.
Period. Like I got a bunch of stuff in my book bag because I just.
You know what I always wanted? Someone to write a song about me. Yeah.
Wow.
Go for it.
No, but I haven't, because you know, just like recently this past year we just learning to take in every like what's going around you. Oh no, like we had like 2 my church, well, my worship team, we had like 2 weeks of no phone.
Wow. What the heck?
Yeah,
Just like
'cause-
toss your phone.
yeah, just no phone. Or you can have your phone, but emergencies only. You know?
So no
And,
social media.
The GPS.
No, yeah, no social media,
Yeah.
nothing. I basically had an MP3 player. That was
Wow,
it. That's how I
yeah.
used it for. But yeah, and like during that whole time, like you're just more present. Like it's true that we're just always on something, and it was more present. So
Yeah.
and when you're more present, you're like more in tune, and I don't know, it just drew a lot of inspiration from a lot of things that I wrote.
I did take a week off social media, and just to refresh your head. And boy, let me tell you something. Once you're off, you're like he said, you're like more focused. But as well, your brain seems like more like what the Spanish word is al tiro. You know, you're focused. Like, but yeah, after that whole week, I went back on social media. I was like, holy crap! There's a lot of things that happened through that whole week. But yeah, I suggest everybody takes at least a week off social media just to, you know, especially if you're a creative. Someone would go against you and be like, no, I look at my inspirations here and yeah, but like you want your brain to have a little break, you know. So yeah.
What do you do during the time that you don't have it though?
Like he said, it's basically an MP3, and you're just thinking.
For me, what got me through all that stuff, because at first I was like, oh, I need to occupy my time, because I got all this time now. And
wait, can you watch movies?
well, I didn't personally.
Oh,
I did it really strictly.
I
So
think
like
it
no
defeats the
TV.
purpose if you
Yeah.
were to watch movies.
Yeah.
What if you watch movies from back then? Because there's no technology of now.
No, I did
Wow.
it like
I
no
know where you got that
TV,
from.
no TV, no phone.
Mm.
So I got a bunch of books and like basically they take away all our excuses to not seek God more.
That's
Oh.
I said that
Yeah.
is so true. That
And it's-
reminded me.
no-
Go ahead, sorry.
No, my bad. And then I started like, man, I have no time. I gotta work, gotta go to church. I gotta do this. And then when you take your phone and media away, you just like, I got all this free time.
Yeah.
And I got all the times that I said, now there's no excuse. No excuse. No excuse to know God more than no excuse to have more knowledge of the Bible or
Yeah.
God or an extra hour or two of prayer or just meditating. Just like so, like you said, more present. You're more into
Yeah. Yesterday, no, it was Wednesday. Crap, no, Tuesday. I went back Thursday, Wednesday. Sorry, that was funny to me. Tuesday, it was my turn to get the verse, because my family has Bible study every night, besides Fridays. And Tuesday was my turn, and I went to work in the morning, and then I'll work. I didn't come back till like 5, and then I was getting ready. I had to do some other errands, and then the time almost came by, and I was like, oh, I forgot about my verse, right? Because you also have to, like, when you read the verse, what does it mean to you? Kind of explain it to your family members. And I was like, oh man, I was like, maybe I'll give him an excuse that I was working and I couldn't get the verse, you know, be like, oh, I'm sorry guys, I couldn't have a verse. I think we should do it next week. But then I was thinking, I was like, well, how many times was I on my phone, you know, looking at Facebook while I work, or like on TikTok real quick, or on YouTube, and I was like, oh crap, I was on a whole bunch of times, but like the verse just slipped through my head, and that was kind of like another like wake up, like, yo, you have like these little time spaces in your day that you could just occupy with God's word, and I was like, crap. So I gave no excuse. An hour before we got started, I was reading the Bible, and then I found this cool verse. So yeah.
That's crazy. Even just a good book.
Yeah, a good book. I haven't read a real book in a while.
What was the last book you read? Besides the Bible, hopefully.
Last book I actually read was the first page of Lecrae.
A book or just a page?
Oh,
You
whole
said
book?
just
A whole book.
A whole book?
He said the whole thing?
Not the last time you
Yo,
saw a book.
A whole book that I like.
I think that answers the
That I
question.
like. It does, but like a book that I
you
like.
read.
Dr. Seuss?
No.
Dang.
No, the last book I
Leave that.
probably read was High School of Mice and Men.
Oh, okay. But
Yeah.
that don't count though.
Well, that's because he read it.
Yeah, but I do read like articles of stuff, like informational stuff.
Yeah, I do that.
So don't think that I don't read at all, but
Yeah.
Sorry, have you read a book?
Honestly, I have it with me.
Have you read it?
It's the one that Kim gave me.
Oh, that's good.
Well,
It looked good,
let's
bro.
see it.
Yeah,
Bro,
take it out. Book talk.
Okay, hold it real quick. It's so good,
Oh, you
bro.
brought it?
When you're
I
into
have
a
it with
book,
me all the time.
when you're
I'm not
into a
gonna
book,
lie.
you carry it with you.
Yeah.
Chance you get, you read.
I couldn't. I don't think I'll be.
It's
be
called. It's
You
called
got
The
a book
Best
too?
of Me.
Dang,
Yo,
I
shout
should've
out
brought
Kim,
my
shout
book
out
too.
Kim.
Yeah. Shout out to Kim, bro. This is a hella good book. Made me cry while I was at work,
What's
bro.
it
What's it called?
It's
Nothing.
called The Best of Me.
Oh, because
Oh.
like there's nothing to cover.
Oh,
I
Nicholas
know.
Sparks. I said they have a movie for this.
Yeah. So here's what happened.
Oh, wait a minute.
He got 2 books.
This boy got
Two
2
books.
books.
What are they? What are they?
This one is called Letters to the Church. Letters to the
Is
Church.
it by Francis
By
Chan?
Francis Chan.
I've been wanting to read this one. Have you read Crazy Love by Francis Chan?
That's the first book.
I love.
That's the book that I
Crazy
read, and I was
Is
like,
that the one that you
I'm
told me
gonna start
about?
reading books.
I
The
gave
one,
it to
the
you.
one that you gave me, yeah.
I haven't read any
Okay,
books.
I have to read. Wait, this one's before Crazy Love.
No, that's after. I think that's the
Okay.
most recent one.
Have you read Crazy Love?
I read it like 3 times.
I love Crazy Love.
I loved it. That was the
This
book
one-
that I
now
started
2
reading.
people
Then I was
now
like,
have
and I
to
was
read
like,
it.
yes, this I need to read more books.
Will I read it? I'm
Yes.
not sure.
These look really good.
That
Okay,
one,
this
that
one
one's
I
very
think-
confrontational.
Really?
It's like, oh,
The
you think you're
Polima.
Christian?
Oh.
You think you're Christian? Nah, bro. You're half and half. I'm like,
Oh,
ooh.
that was like Hendario. It's a
No.
smack in the face to me, bro.
Really?
Yeah.
It's a
That's
very
it.
good book.
Shout out to Legendarios.
Sorry, I was reading the summary. It
Well,
looks
what's
so
the
You can
thing?
read
good.
it. You can look at it.
It's not that. It's Aou. No.
What'd you say?
You
This
know-
is probably cringing.
I know.
Okay, if anyone somebody in this room has had to see that video, and I mentioned it to you, and I mentioned it to Richard once, every single time that y'all bring up Legendarios, because of the thing. Have you guys seen the thing on TikTok where they're like, Spartan, what is your profession? And then the guys are like, oh, and then it's like,
Oh.
it's like a really cute little thing. Yeah, it reminds me every single time.
Bro, if you want to read books, Francis Chan.
Yeah,
Bro,
have you
I
finished those two?
second that. I love Francis Chan.
Francis
Have you
Chan.
finished those two?
He
Oh,
he
you
wants
know-
to read it.
You know who's a really good author?
I know. Well,
Tim
now that
Tebow.
Is he?
Have you guys read any Tim Tebow books?
No.
No.
No, he's a really good author. I was actually very surprised. John Gray is a really good author too.
Yo, Israel out here with them questions, boy.
Oh, I'm reading Live by Sadie Robinson.
Israel asks, what is your job right now, and do you see yourself doing it the next 5 years?
You want to start that?
Yeah, I'll start that.
Favorite
My job is I'm a painter. I'm not officially a painter because I don't think I can go out and paint a house by myself. But I paint. Do I see myself 5 years in that? No, but I see something related to it. You know, business mindset. Let's go, Gary V. All right.
I am an auto glass technician.
Dang, technician.
You
put
You
on
like
big
that?
up.
You like that?
I'm
huh?
a painter technician.
That sounds. No,
Yeah.
exterior designer.
Exterior designer
Yeah.
and interior.
He said painter
dang,
technician.
he told you what you do.
For real.
It's 'cause
You
it
know
makes
I'm not a
it so smart.
painter.
Basically, I replace glass on a car. That's all I do. If it's
Okay.
broken, I replace
Any
it.
glass?
Any glass.
He basically helps you to.
Bro, I got
to
3
see
long
into the
scratches
future.
on my.
That was a
Okay.
good one.
Thank you.
But do I see myself doing it? Not very long. Probably until. Well, it's very stable. So, probably for a little while.
How long have you been doing it?
A year and some change. So.
I like that. I think I'm gonna end up using that. And some change.
Yeah, that sounds like.
That sounds like. You from Brooklyn?
No. No. I'm from Southwest Kansas. There's nothing
Where
but
apparently
pub-
they have no
He
target.
from Kansas.
For real.
there, all there is over there is cornfield, long grass, tumbleweeds, and cows.
Man.
So you're a Mexican. Wait, are you Mexican?
I'm Mexican.
You're a Mexican redneck.
You're a Mexican redneck.
Oh.
You walked into that one, bro.
You know what?
That's crazy.
I'm head out.
Alright, Caroline, your turn, bro.
What was the question?
What's your job right now, and do you see yourself doing it for the next 5 years?
My job right now is I work at a call center. No, I do not see myself being there. For,
She said I'm leaving tomorrow.
for real.
is this?
In the next 5 years? No.
It's not good.
Oh damn!
I'm sorry, it's not. It's like almonds.
You're
covered
welcome
in-
for the snack.
I'm sorry, they're good. These are good, but it tastes like I don't know.
I don't know. I wanted to experiment because everything else was dark chocolate, and I don't like dark
Oh, okay.
chocolate. Like,
Sorry. So. You're answer.
So no, I do not see myself there in 5 years. I want to do something esthetician related, hopefully within those 5 years. So
That's good.
next.
My job right now is I don't have a job. I go to school full time, and
What do you
well,
study?
huh?
What do you study?
I'm I'm studying. What am I studying?
You forgot what you're studying.
I know what I'm studying. Like I'm studying right now. Right now, I'm studying nursing, but I want to. I'm looking into actually becoming a doctor at the end of the line. So I guess, yeah. I guess for the next 5 years I will be in school. So yeah, I do see myself doing this for 5 years.
More.
Yeah, more obviously. But yeah, it's going. Did I answer the question already? I feel like I
Basically,
did.
yeah.
Okay.
Well, Israel también, he asked favorite verse.
Let me go to
Like
the Bible
lyric
real quick.
verse?
Oh, he put a whole Bible, bro.
Oh,
Bro, you gotta be ready at all
Prepared.
times.
Yo, you know what? I'm just gonna hide my phone.
Right.
Yo, hold on. I gotta look at my.
That's a good. You know what? You probably got that from that book. Oh, you Christian? Nah, you don't carry your
Hey,
Bible
that's
with
true.
you everywhere
That's
you
true,
go.
though. You should.
What got me from, I think it was in Crazy Love that he said, like, you gotta see God and everything. And if you have a Bible on you and you're like, have some free time and you're just like, oh, let's see what this is about. And then you, like, apply it to your life right then, you're just like, wow, it's a whole
Bro,
new world.
nobody looking at this but his laptop.
I got the double Bible.
Oh dang.
Yo,
That's good though.
Dang, let me just hide my
We
phone.
over here with the app, with the Bible app.
I'm sorry.
You know what to say.
God
bro.
forgive my sins.
If you stay ready, you don't gotta get ready.
Come on, that's his favorite verse.
That's my favorite verse.
That's very.
First of Hosea, chapter 5, verse 1.
That's Andy.
I know.
Andy Mineo. Oh, okay.
I know.
Okay.
Shout out Andy Mineo.
Shout out to Andy Mineo. Bro, got some raw music. Not gonna lie.
I don't know if I have a favorite verse, you guys. I'm gonna be the last one to go.
I think that's a hard question because there's just like so many.
But, oh man, I have all my favorite verses are all the verses I highlight. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But like a main one.
Can we say like a favorite Bible story? Or I mean, I guess there are verses. in
Yeah.
specific.
My favorite in the Bible. Well, I guess it'll be a whole thing, but it's, 1 Corinthians chapter 13, where at the end, everybody knows at the end. There are these things: faith, hope, and love, but the strongest of them is love. And there's where is it? Chapter 13, verse 12 says, "For now we see through a glass darkly, but then face to face. Now I know in part, but then shall I know even as I am known." Okay, well, basically what it says is that, like, even prophecies, they're very blurry. Like, it's not the whole picture. It's not a very clear picture. It says, but if we look at it, like, basically hindsight's 20/20, right? You live a part of your life and then you look back and you say, dang, God was there the whole time. Like, even in the moment, everything's blurry, but when you get to know God and you know how He works, you turn around in life and you recap and you say, dang, God was there. Like, God worked this and this how He worked in me.
That's true.
That's
And
crazy.
That just, like, helps you appreciate what God's working right now.
Mine's about to relate to that too. Mine was Deuteronomio 8:2. So English would be
Deuteronomy.
8:2. So it says, "Remember how the Lord your God
Deuteronomy.
led you all the way in the wilderness these 40 years to humble and test you in order to know what was in your heart, whether or not you would keep His commands." So that one kind of like you said, kind of sets you down. Like, remember where those trials, what He brought you through. I feel like this verse really humbles me down. Like, hey, remember where you came from.
Yeah, I agree. But what he said, I think it made me think that when prophecies are kind of blurry because God only tells you like the finished part, like where you're gonna go, but people forget about how hard it is to actually get there.
Yeah.
So I think that's the part. When people are like actually going through the trial, actually going to the desert, they forget about the promised land and how amazing it is. My favorite verse is in 2 Corinthians 12:9, and I have it in Spanish, so I'll just read it. It says, "Y me ha dicho, bástate mi gracia, porque mi poder se perfecciona en la debilidad. Por tanto, de buena gana me gloriaré más bien en mis debilidades, para que repose sobre mí el poder de Cristo." I like this because like it's self-explanatory.
Yeah.
Like God glorifies Himself in our weaknesses, and I love it because many times when God uses you, like maybe you have a talent or something, it kind of wants to get to your head, like, oh, like I'm so cool, but then you remember, no, like God worked in you, like this is for God's glory. So when he says that, it's like even though we all have weak points in our lives, God uses those weaknesses to glorify himself.
Yeah.
So I really like that verse. I just feel like you said, it kind of humbles you.
What chapter is that?
2 Corinthians 12:9.
I think the verse you said, I mean, reminds me of people that only in the struggles they seek God, but not after the struggles. They're like, oh, like you're fine, you're healthy, and you're like, you forget to wake up and thank you, God, you know. But when you're sick, you're like, God, help me. That's when you start remembering him. And I feel like people should stop that and always remember him, you know.
Yeah.
I also like that verse a lot because a lot of things. Well, me personally, I ask God, like, dang, so many promises. And sometimes I don't see them. Like, well, what's going on, man? And one time my worship pastor, she was preaching about this, and she said, "Bástate mi gracia," like God's grace.
Yeah.
You don't see anything, God's grace. That's your like. That should be enough. Like, if you're not content with where you are, just God's grace.
Bro, shout out to his
That's
worship
so
pastor,
true.
bro. She
Right.
goes crazy. Oh my gosh, bro. Come on.
Well, yeah, that was like every time I hear "Bástate mi gracia," it just takes me back to like that appreciation for grace.
It also sounds so aggressive, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that kind of like does give it a little like spice.
Yeah.
That's
I agree. And it kind of just made me think about, I guess, yeah, like in a personal way, that point, and then also thinking how, I mean, you guys, people who've known me, like, they know I had this huge issue with breaking out of my shell, especially like when leading worship or like having to be in front of other people. And I feel like in this whole process of me becoming comfortable with like using the gift that God has given me, I've learned to really just depend on him and him glorifying himself in that weakness that I have, in the sense of like, perhaps I was too self-conscious of things, but then when I'm up there, it's like God reminds me, you don't do it for anybody, you do it for me. When I have that thought in my head, it kind of just like, it's not like I remove myself and it's God. And so that's why I guess I just love this verse. It's a really deep verse. I think verses have so many perspectives to them.
Yeah.
Like, it's like
Those,
an onion.
Todos, I was listening to a podcast. In the podcast, he said that when you read the Bible more, to as well read other books. And he said, because like reading other books kind of expands your head, right? Like what you learn.
Broadens your perspective.
Yeah. And because he said everyone that reads the Bible has a different lens
Yes.
to it. And he says once you read more books too, your lens kind of widens out and like you start. I'm like, yo, that's dope. But I haven't read any books yet, so I gotta start reading.
You need to
some
read
books.
some Francis
Yeah.
Chan.
yeah. See, like Francis Chan's books, they all come with a study guide or like a link. Or
Yeah,
something.
I
They
gave you
come
the
with a
study guide book.
I know
You're in
she
the best
did give it to
season.
me. I really do need to read it.
You
for
do.
real. Well, now that somebody, you know, now I
You
now I
don't
have.
believe me?
Well, and of course I believe you. I just need a confirmation. You know,
This
I
is
always
true.
do that for real. I need to stop.
It's a good.
I always need
It's a
confirmation.
really good book. Like I didn't want nothing to do with books. Like I was like, man, books
See,
are
that's me.
great.
I think the reason why I don't like it is because I have a really hard time focusing on stuff like that. Like I get so distracted. I think it's like an actual issue for real.
but that
like
book
I need to go to the doctor.
It'll keep you there. Trust
Yeah,
me.
it's confrontational.
It's so confrontational.
It makes you like look at
I'm
your
as
life.
confrontational as it gets. I think.
Well,
Y'all know.
Well, that
Whoa,
book.
whoa. Before we leave, Debbie's like little like when she goes on stage and like she reminds her that she's doing it for God. My friend actually, we were talking about it, and she said that I think it's always it's always that way. Like you always feel that like, oh God, can I do this? I'm nervous. But she said I think God intended it to be like that. Like you said, that way we can be dependent on Him.
That's true.
Right?
Honestly, that is so true.
And I was like, holy crap. I'm like, I didn't think about that, right? But it's so obvious. It's so simple, but it's like super dope. Because even, I guess, when you go play up, you still got that little nerve feeling.
Yeah.
That's a good sign. My sister says if you're not nervous before you go up there, then
You
you
don't
really
care
love
about
what
it.
you're doing.
Yeah.
Or you don't
So,
care about it. And
yeah.
and I was like, because even though I'm behind everything, and I'm doing the whole like media, not the whole thing because I have a team, so I'm basically just make sure everything runs smoothly. I'm still nervous. I still get that nervous feeling like if I'm on stage, and that's always a reminder, you know, who I'm doing it for. So yeah.
But you're so calm though. Like he gets nervous, but he's so calm. He's like,
Nah.
oh, it's not working, and then he fixes
Nah,
it
he
real
is
quick.
mad, bro.
I know he's a tough hefe, bro.
But have you noticed? I get mad at myself though.
Yeah.
Like I get mad at myself because
And I get so like scared. Honestly, he's so different when we're like in the media, and then like or as a friend, he's so different. He definitely church and state type of thing. But he like it scares me.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I
for
mean,
real, I'm like,
It's 'cause
I was
everybody's
like,
got that
did I do
switch.
something
Yeah,
wrong?
yeah.
I was like, did I mess it up? Like, why wasn't it working? He's like, no. And now we have this new thing that it works now. But I
Yeah.
always felt like, oh, did I mess it up? And I feel like he's mad at
Nah,
me because
technology
he's
friends,
mad.
bro.
But when I
He
talk to
looked-
you, like I'm chill, right? Like
He's trying to make. Yes, you're a good boss.
wow. no. The thing
You're
I
a
do
good
have,
leader. You're a good leader.
the thing I do have is like I have the tendency when it comes to church to everything be excellent, right? Like I want it
You
to
better
be like
stay on that topic, bro.
like I want like I cannot go to church and if something's messing. If I go to like visitor church and I go visit a church and things are messing up, like it's that thing in me that I'm like I have to go out there. I don't know who they are, but I want to go fix it with them. Because like I have that like that excellence got stuck in me when it comes to church stuff, and it follows along too with graphic design, photography. Like I'm such a perfectionist on those level of areas, right? But like say the bowls are rearranged, I'm not the type to go up there and fix it because I'm not at that level of perfectionist.
You're not OCD, but you're a
OCD,
perfectionist.
Yeah. But I think I want to shout out Debbie too because I think that's what she taught me too in the beginning because she was my leader before. She was always on top of things. And
Oh, how the turntables.
how the turn.
How the tables turn.
That kind of like showed me
No.
how to be
No.
more like
It comes from the
perfect, close to perfect because we're never perfect, right?
I think I definitely did that for my dad.
Your dad is like the
I think he just always teaches us to always give the best, especially when it comes to God. And so I whenever I was like you said, leader, I tried to do that because obviously it's the God in me. Oh, jeez.
Dang,
Did you
that's
just
how-
drop those
my-
on purpose?
No, that was on
Right,
accident.
he literally
It
went
looked
like-
like he just like talked.
Yeah, that's what it looked like.
I was like, okay.
By the way, I call him Bus because he doesn't like me calling him Bus.
Hey, you guys didn't
Or
get to
hey.
answer. What's your favorite verse?
My
Okay,
butt shut up
so
on there.
here's the thing. Here's the thing. I actually don't. I don't think I have a favorite verse just because I don't know much for me to be like, this is it, you know. But I found this one and I like it. So it's Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future. And I think. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'll tell you later.
Okay. And I think we always, when we're in the moment, I think we always like kind of like you said earlier, like where are you, you know? But at the same time, when you go past it and you think back, literally what you said earlier, pretty much. When you think back, you're like, you know what, you were there. And I think God only he doesn't give us more than we can handle. He gives us enough to make us stronger and for us to prosper and for a better future, and like molds us to be who we are as a person. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. No, you just reminded me of the song. I am excited. The verse is actually that. The verse of the song is that verse.
Oh, really?
So when you were reading it, I was singing the song in my head. I was gonna say it, but yeah. Anyways, yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Now I'm thinking of
Let me
cycles.
backtrack to her point real quick because this just like kind of dawned on me about you like being what's it called, stepping out of your comfort zone, and there is such a power in stepping out of your comfort zone, especially in a church setting. I remember one time we had our worship pastor was giving us a little preaching, and then she was like, "Who are you in God?" And my first thought was like, "Oh, I'm the guitar player," and they're like, and then literally the next thing she said was like, "Take away your instrument. Now who are you in God?"
Oh.
I was like, "Oh,"
Dang.
I was like, "Rip, I'm done."
Yeah.
So
She dragged you, huh?
yeah, she trapped me, but it was in my mind, and then well, then I started to know God a way, and then I was like, yeah, you know, I made the instrument part of my identity instead of being my whole identity. And I think it was like 3 months later, then she's like, all right, you're leading worship on Sunday. And I was like, cool, you know, I'll just hide behind my guitar like I always do. And then she's like, nah, you're stepping up front, my wireless mic and everything. And I was like,
No guitar?
No guitar.
No guitar.
And that was the only time I ever did that. And the whole week it was like that afternoon, God was like, I need you to step out of your comfort zone, because that's when you stop depending on yourself and your skill and your plans. Because as a worship leader, sometimes you just like, this is how I'm gonna transition from this song to this song, or from this song to this song. I'm gonna read this Bible verse, and I'll just go with the flow. But when you're up there, well, I didn't prepare as much as I would like to, but I was just like, oh. But that's when it was just a different perspective, and that helped me grow.
Yeah.
I think, and especially, it's kind of frustrating because when you're up on stage and you're like, all right, we're gonna do this to get out of your comfort zone. Everybody come up and come worship in the front. That's the cliche, and people are like, oh no, or they don't want to do it. You're just like, awkward. Dude, we're not telling you that because we want to be cool and have everybody here. Like, we want you to experience what happens when you step out of your comfort zone. Like, that chair is such a, like, what's it called? Or your place. Sometimes it could hold you back from experiencing God a whole new way. And it's not about having a nice shot for the camera to have a bunch of people in front. It's not about having the satisfaction of me as a worship leader to have all these people, or because I want to do something. It's because we have a revelation sometimes of what it is to step out of a comfort zone. And that's when we're like, oh, you know what? Like at youth events, come up front.
Yeah.
Rejoice in the Lord a little. Get off your feet.
Yeah, that's always like the first step for everybody to step out. Let's just come
out
of your chair.
And everybody thinks it's such a cliche, but there's a power in that.
It is, because you're surrendering.
It can't be explained, because you're like,
Hello, you just try to explain things.
Yeah. No, but like I said, it's just like you don't know what happens to you, but there's something in you that you're free when you go up. Like not even that, even do something different. Try sitting somewhere else in church.
Yeah, because I heard people as well say, well, I'm not going to go up because like I can feel God's presence here.
But it's like,
it's different, you know?
It's the same, but it's different. It's the same, but it's different.
I feel like it's a different setting.
Well, they're
different.
I think you gotta, more than anything, it's about actions.
Yeah.
Because you can say, oh, I feel God here. But why don't you go up front, manifest that need, that want, express it by coming up to the front.
That is true. When you were saying that, it reminded me that you need to like step out of your comfort zone. It just made me think, like in the Bible, God glorified the most when people left the places they were comfortable in.
Yeah.
And it's so true. Even like in worship, like it's still true. And I was gonna say something else. I just.
Commercial break.
Commercial
break.
Red
Bro.
What? Yeah. What did you say? Y'all?
Yeah,
I was late.
That was like commercial.
I was like,
I want to do favorite quote.
Wait, they have more questions.
Ooh, I have two.
Quote?
Let's do favorite quote and then we'll get into those questions. I have several that I want to get through. I have a lot, okay?
Those are all your favorite quotes?
Dang, right.
Oh wait, those
we had to study
these are sermon quotes.
Oh, sermon quotes.
Oh, they go hard.
Okay.
This is the first one I ever wrote.
Oh, let me
that I got from a sermon, because sermon quotes. It said, your first calling is to get closer to God, right? Your first calling is building that relationship. That's literally your first calling, bro. People are always like, oh, God, what's my calling? You know, right ahead, they're like, they meet God and they're like, what's my first calling? Like, bro, your first calling is first having a relationship with God.
Right.
Right?
That's true.
That opens doors to many things. My second one that I had was, lots of times we tell God, what can I do for you? But the correct question is, God, what do you want to do through me? Right? And then, I like this one. Everything flourishes in his hands. So simple, but like.
What was it?
That's a good design graphic too.
That's the same idea I had every time I read that.
Yeah, you could make like hands and then just
hands and then coming out.
Some plants growing. And like a black. Sorry. Go
No, that's fine.
I was already imagining.
Did you say black because I like black?
No, I just imagine like a black. Everything else black and just the hands, with like flowers blooming in his hands.
Well, with like a flashlight kind of on it.
My favorite one is tu propósito es superior a tu vida.
Elaborate. Why is it your favorite?
Because like I always thought, my lifestyle has to be this way, right? And like growing up, I always wanted to be like a soccer player and this and that. But then at church, they'd be like, oh, one of you guys could be a preacher, a prophet, a musician for church. So I was like, all right, so what's my purpose, right? I'm like, but I kind of want to be a soccer player. Can I be a soccer player and talk about God? And when my purpose came in, I realized that my lifestyle doesn't matter. Like the life I have to live in Christ, with Christ, matters more. You know. So if God says you're not gonna be a soccer player, you're gonna be a preacher, then that's my purpose, and it's way superior than my life that I wanted. Right? Because we can't be telling. I love this other quote. I forgot to write it down, but I'm gonna butcher it. But I think it says, "I spend my whole time telling God directions, rather than letting Him guide me."
Yeah, that's a good one.
And I was like, "Oh man, that kind of like relates to Tu propósito superior a tu vida." And that one's my favorite one.
That's really good. My favorite is, I have a lot of favorites, but the one I can think of right now, it's like kind of off the topic of what you've been saying, but Sadie Robertson, she said, if you want love, that's what God is. And I think it hits so strongly, especially with our generation, because everyone like wants to be in a relationship, everybody wants to be with somebody because they want love, they don't want to be lonely, but we don't really find that actual fulfillment until we're actually in God. So I really like that quote because I feel like it's a big problem, especially in our youth today.
Yeah. This other one, TD Jakes, bro, goes crazy.
Dude, TD Jakes is a
TD
boss.
Jakes go crazy. One of his was, people don't realize that the ones who God anoints the most crushes them most severely.
Yeah.
I love that quote.
I just
And then some things God takes you through are not for you, but so you can reach somebody else. Yeah. You really ask yourself a lot, like, why am I going through this? This boss, he got so.
That's why Stephen Fergus the guy.
Bro, I had some struggles in my life, and I've always wondered, oh, why am I going through this? Or why am I experiencing other struggles in front of me? But then this quote kind of really did hit me, you know. You experience this not just for you, but like for the other person you're probably going to reach in a later time.
Other people already need advice to do that.
Yeah. And then, I love this one. You have to go through a process for a promotion.
Yeah, I heard that. Where did I hear that?
Yeah, I don't know where I heard it. Because I have some that say who's they're from, but then others I don't. No, I think that was TD Jakes. Tengo uno del Pastor Harrigan.
Bro. That's why I was just scrolling through his Instagram right now,
Bro.
because sometimes some quotes take me back to some of his messages, and then they just
The one that got me,
it brings me back.
he said the hit makes some people fall down. The hit makes other people keep going.
That's true. Like a push forward.
Yeah, and I was like, dang, that's wrong.
That's true.
Oh, this one's gonna hurt a bunch of people.
Dang,
Y'all ready
all
for
about
this one?
Jose. How about Jose?
God wants to use you, but your character is in the way.
Dang.
Dang.
Ouch.
Everybody
Word,
hold.
homie.
Wait, say it one more time. I think it was lagging.
Yeah, a little closer to the mic.
A little closer to the mic. Alright.
ASMR.
Start
It says God wants to use you, but your character is in the way. Come on,
Bro.
That's crazy.
come on. It's so
That's
like,
so good.
You could write a whole sermon on that.
Yeah.
don't dare me.
Do it, bro.
Nah, it's only God wants to. Prayer should be filled with people. Prayer is a need. Oh, prayer should be filled with people. I said that wrong. And the spirit says like,
You said the same thing.
okay. No, I thought I said it wrong.
You said the same thing.
And the spirit says, I cannot bless you for something you haven't done.
Well, that's one thing we learn, de que Dios bendice la obra de tus manos. But if you don't do nothing, then there's nothing to bless.
Oh.
That's true.
That's what, dude, I was like,
People just look at the positive side of the verses.
yeah.
Mhm.
There was this one verse. Oh, I don't know if you guys will remember it, but it says something about how God will bless those who are, because they're His children. But then it says, but you have to like obey His commands. It's not exactly, I totally butchered that verse, but it's
Yeah.
about those similar words. And people just focus on the good half of the verse and they don't look at the conditions of it. Like, you will get this blessing if you are doing what God is saying. So that's what that reminded me.
The next two are gonna hit you. My last two are gonna hit you. Ready? La bendición se encuentra en acción. Y'all ready for this?
Literally what I just said.
Yeah. Yeah.
This one's about to smack you in the face. Well, I hope not. Either the church is there to distract you or to reveal God for you. It all depends on your state of mind.
That's
That's
true.
true.
How many times we relate when we go to church? We're gonna go see our friends. We're gonna do a bunch of races around the church. Let's see who's faster.
No,
And then we get older, and you're like, I kind of don't want to go to church.
By the time I was a junior, I was too old to be running around.
Well, I grew up in this church. Shout out to La Fe.
COVID.
We used to
Yeah.
race.
Really?
We used to race.
I guess I'm
Oh
Race
wait,
one?
never mind.
We used to race around. It was dumb. We were like 12,
Okay.
and we would see like who would be like the fastest one around.
Wild days.
For real.
So I have mine, but mine aren't biblically.
It's fine.
Backstory. I was bullied a lot as a kid
Mhm.
for my weight, etc. That's all I'm gonna say about that. But the first one, and it kind of goes with each other. Both of my favorites. So the first one is no one can make you feel inferior without your consent. So I had to stand up for myself
Oh, okay.
a lot.
Yo,
I
that's
became-
such a good one.
Yeah. That's by Eleanor Roosevelt. But yeah, and then the other one, it goes with it because I realized that even if I feel insecure or even if or people say things about me, I'm still bad. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I'm still a boss. You know. So the other one is throw me to the wolves and I will return leading the pack. And this one is my absolute favorite.
I like that one, but it's so
That's a good one.
cringy.
I quote it a lot.
I'm sorry,
Right?
but
I
I'm
use
sorry,
that a lot.
but I love it. But it's so cringy to me though.
Oh
It's a ooh.
Listen, it's an ow ow.
This girl.
Yo.
But yeah, it's my absolute favorite because I definitely had to stand up for myself and just be a better version of myself. And
Yeah.
not. I'm still trying to learn it at the same time, you know, because I'm still very insecure in a lot of ways. But not listening to people's physical opinions on me rather than everything else, you know.
That reminds
That's another thing.
That reminds me of I don't know how the quote goes, but something about like bury me and all in bloom. Like I really
I've
like
heard
that.
that.
Yeah. But that's honestly
But this is
about.
more bad.
But you're just stuck there. But you're just stuck there with bloom.
What do you mean?
You're buried and you bloom to flower. You're stuck there.
Well, it's a metaphor.
Oh, okay.
You don't take everything like.
I'm sorry.
I don't know,
a
like.
a flower releases pollen and pollen makes other flowers. Then you
Here
have
we
a
go
whole
with
field
the
of flowers.
science and the history.
What he said.
Then you have a whole
Cells.
field of
That was a
flowers.
good
Now
comeback.
what?
But yeah.
Nuclears and
But I was gonna say
nucleus.
Not a
About, like,
biologist or
the-
anything.
insecurity things, like our confidence is in God.
Dang, y'all should have your own podcast.
Yeah, for
No, I'm
real.
kidding.
Because girl, I
Bro, we're
struggle
out,
with
y'all.
that
See
too,
ya.
for real. But you know what? Confidence is in God, and when you realize that, like,
Should we do like an all-girl podcast
that'd be dope.
to encourage other girls?
It's funny how you said we, but
We-
but you know what? You're part of the girls.
Our sister
You're part of the girls,
Josefina.
right, Jose?
Josefina is coming in clutch.
Oh my gosh.
Just kidding.
You better come in.
I
and
love
dress
that, Josefina, bro.
Are we gonna answer
That's
the
so. We have to use that. Come on,
If I
Josefina.
can use the other one.
Right.
No,
Which
we
one?
made it. That no,
Then
no,
no.
absolutely
Then
no. Jose, we made a deal.
I
If you
You
say
weren't gonna-
Josefina, I'm gonna say the other
I
one.
don't know what y'all talking about.
I kind of want to know.
You
right?
okay?
curious. They're
you
not
can
gonna
you
say
can
it.
say it. You can say it. I don't want to say it if you don't want me to say it, but you can say
Hey,
why
there's more questions.
and what the deal was and what the deal was. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I won't say it.
Go ahead.
All right.
No,
let's
this
just-
is
let it
the
go.
one pass.
Let it go. Let's ask more
Really?
questions.
Let's answer these other questions.
Okay. What's one thing you'll change about yourself and why? You start. Or you know what? You start. You start all the time.
Ooh. My lack of patience.
I was literally thinking the same thing.
Yeah, I
That's
got
crazy.
zero patience.
Your patient comes when you're doing like turn by turn. Like right now, Caroline probably doesn't have patience in the world when she's out there, but right now she has all the patience in the world. Like, don't come to me for this question
I got,
or other questions.
bro.
You know what the difference is though? Because I don't like interrupting people. That's why. That's why. Like no, like legit.
Hey,
legit.
just drag me. Just
No, like legit.
I took that one.
Right? Because I legit be having conversations with my mom and she'll be interrupting me. I'm like, okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
It's not even
wait.
like a discussion or anything like
The
that.
teacher
Like,
always.
it's just a regular
Just stand there
conversation,
like-
and I'm like, okay, go ahead.
You turn into a third
No,
grade
because
math
I think
teacher.
that's so
wait.
rude. I think that's so rude, and then it makes me. I have a just awful memory. So, for you to interrupt me, I'm literally gonna forget what I was going to say or was trying to say. You
I
do
interrupt
that a
all
lot.
the time.
You do that a lot.
I'm
Yeah.
so sorry.
But I don't get mad at
It's
you.
because I get my
It-
thoughts,
it-
and if I don't say
you'll
them, I'll
have to-
forget.
You'll have to hit like the right nerve when you like one day
I don't wanna hit
you'll
the
pass
right-
that nerve and I'll be like, all right, Debbie, like for real.
I don't want to hit
You know?
the right nerve.
But otherwise, you haven't touched that nerve yet. But go ahead.
No, I was saying lack of patience, and even we had like family Bible study one time, and then God had put in my heart to learn about King Saul, and you know it was lack of patience that ruined that guy, because Samuel said, "Meet me here at this day, so I could offer sacrifices to the Lord." And King Saul, because of his patience, his lack of patience, he's the one that offered sacrifice.
Yeah.
So he just because of lack of patience, and that's when they said God has cut off your rule, something like that. Paraphrase. And I'm like, dang. And then me and my brothers, we were just kind of, what's it called? Just kind of brainstorming. And they're like, yeah, because some people, because of lack of patience, instead of enjoying a homemade meal, they rather heat up a Hot Pocket and eat that, and they'll be full for 5 minutes, and then they'll be like, I'm hungry.
That's true.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dang, that dawned on us like in a spiritual way, very, very quickly. Like sometimes we settle for what we can enjoy right now instead of long-term satisfaction in God.
Like,
And I was like,
I guess,
Wow.
I don't know if this makes sense, but the Hot Pocket, if you have the Bible app, it tells you the verse of the day.
yeah.
That's your
the
Hot Pocket. But if you
Dang.
read the Bible, you sit down and just say, I'm gonna open it. That's your meal of the day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and
Hey, I like that.
it makes so much. It made so
Yeah.
much sense to us because he forfeited. Who knows? Who knows what King Saul? Who could have been? What King Saul's reign could have been like if he would have just had a little more patience.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like maybe if he doesn't have, maybe he learns to have patience, and then he has that desire to go seek the Ark of the Covenant, just like David did when he first reigned, when he first got his reign. Who knows? That's my biggest what if, just because of a little bit of impatience, and that made me think. What has my impatience cost me in the past years or whatever?
That is so true.
Like, if it was one thing I changed, that's it, bro. Indefinitely patience. Even that on the road, bro. Some people be pissing me off. Not for real.
For real.
I think we all felt you on that one. People
yeah.
at home felt you.
My uncle drives when we go to work, and so many people that don't put their turn signals, and my uncle's one of them. So
And dude, what the
I
thing
hate
is
it.
though, that like, I wish every time you prayed for, oh God, give me more patience, they'd just be like, patience, like patience deposited upon you. But no, it's like,
He's gonna put
you
more.
want more patience?
in
All
more
right, let me put
situations.
some more stupid drivers in your way on the way to work.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
He's gonna test you and make you
yeah,
patient.
because that's what you gotta exercise your own thing.
Mhm.
yeah.
Next,
Wait, what was the question? Like change about me?
Yeah.
one thing you'll change about yourself and why?
I don't know. I feel like there is something, but personal wise, like in me, who I am. I think the patience really does hit me though. I really like fall into patience. Right? Sometimes I'm not patient, am I right?
You know yourself.
Mm.
I think we all got a little bit of impatience.
Yeah, right.
But
like,
there's gotta be
You're
one
patient.
thing.
I feel like you're patient.
yeah, because I sometimes just don't give a crap, so I'm just waiting. But like, I feel like something.
I like the last question. I wanna answer that one.
No, because I don't get angry at things that fast too. There's things that times I don't get angry. Like I can be like relaxed. I think not that I am, but I hope not to be more of is controlling when it comes to me wanting to like do all the media stuff, control the cameras, and like do projections and stuff. That's something I don't want to get to the point of like controlling everything, because
micromanaging.
Yeah. Because that's the one thing I told my team is Caroline's kind of late in this because she just joined us, but I always told my team, give me your ideas, give me your inputs. I'm listening, because there's other like team leaders that don't give a crap of what you say, and they go always based on what like he says, and that's where I don't want to be at later on. And I'm not like that, but I don't want to get there. Hopefully I don't get there at all. But yeah, I wish I was taller.
Pretty shiz with that.
So yeah, ladies.
You wanna go?
I'll go. I would say my temper. Now, hear me out. Hear me out. So, I wouldn't say that I get angry. I would get angry at
Shut up.
some things, but I think my big thing is that I get irritated real quick. But that irritation I can get angry. It depends on the situation. But I get, like road rage and stuff like that. But definitely my temper. And the fact that I feel attacked all the time. Like, if you say something, I'll take it, I'll think about it, I'll overthink it. Oh my gosh, I overthink things. Okay.
Overthinking.
Yeah. So you'll say something, or you'll look at me a certain way, I'll overthink it, and I'm like, I don't like that at all. And I was like, what happened with that, Yeah, go ahead.
I think for me, something that I would want to change about myself. There's a lot of things. The patience for sure. Sometimes being overly controlling of not other people but my own life and not letting God. I think that's my issue. I like to plan things. I like to know where I'm going. Like I like to plan what I'm gonna do. And so with God, no, you can't come to God with your plans. I think what I would change for myself is trusting God more, being more trusting of God. Because I feel like my lack of trusting others sometimes gets in the way of my trusting God, and that should not be like that. So that's what I would change.
That was I want to hit on that too. You said trusting and then planning things out. So every year I would plan what my next year would be like, and I forgot who kept asking me, but last year they were asking me, oh, you got anything for 2020, what's your deal? And I was like honestly, because I would see I would kind of expect what my next year would be like, and then when 2020 came around, they were like, oh, what do you think about this year coming up? And I was like, it's kind of blurry to me. I really don't see nothing, and that's probably a sign of me telling God, you have that year in control. Not just that year, but every year. But I don't want to plan anything. I just want to see how it goes. Because my idea for 2020 was just work at church and 24/7, and I was at the path of that. But then everything kind of changed out of nowhere. We wasn't going to talk about it, but I just want to clarify. It was not because of the COVID-19 that kind of switched everything around, but other things came in place. And then I was like, what I loved about Legendarios, they really showed me how to trust God even more to this day, and hopefully till I die. It's trusting in God. Yes, you go to church and you learn how to trust God, but when you deeply trust Him, it's such a different lifestyle, right?
That's true.
But I'm not talking about the lifestyle of I'm not gonna go cook today because I trust in God. Someone's gonna bring me a hot meal. You know what I mean? Because like he said, you gotta start working, half and half.
If you move, God meets you halfway.
Yeah. So that's something I had for this year too. I didn't plan anything. And look at me, I'm a painter.
Wow.
I didn't even expect
That's
that.
a turn of events.
Yeah.
How the
so.
turntable.
Girl, why do you say it like that?
It's a quote from The Office.
Yeah, it's a quote from
Oh,
The Office.
I'm like, hold on.
Because you know how the tables have turned?
Yeah, so he turned
Michael
the
says
phrase.
Michael says it wrong. He's like, oh, how the tables.
Awkward silence.
Yeah. But yeah.
That's a good question. Food for thought.
Penny for your thoughts. I like that little saying. It's so cute.
Penny for your thoughts.
Penny for your thoughts.
Penny for your thoughts.
Just tell someone. Instead of telling someone
Penny
what's on
for
your
your
mind,
thoughts.
just penny for your thoughts.
Ooh, yeah. What I do love, I love questions. I love when people ask me questions.
Okay, here's another one for you.
Is water wet?
Israel said, last question, what's one thing you guys like about each other?
Oh.
The shades about
us
to
four?
Yeah.
We gotta say something about everybody or
Yeah,
one
yeah.
person?
Yeah, everybody.
I'll go first. Just, I don't want to think about it. I just want to see what I come up with.
That's okay. He's
Right?
gonna lie. Yeah, sorry.
No, it's
No,
no lie.
if
No
you
lie.
say it, like right on, it'll be like, I don't know.
Debbie's, is the word precision correct? When she's on top of things?
Precision?
Persistent?
Precision, yeah, precision makes sense.
Persistent.
I mean, she's
Precision-
always.
Precision would be like
How about
I
this?
shoot you and then it's like
No,
it's precise.
precision is like you want things to be. Do I?
Yeah. When you set a goal, you'll kill yourself to go do that goal.
Determined.
She's determined. Caroline, what I do
Yeah.
like about her is she doesn't give a crap.
No, I love that about you.
Wow.
Well, it's not my turn.
It's like she doesn't give a crap, gives a crap. You know what I mean?
For real.
Because if it's about her,
it's a tough
she's
balance.
like, come here, sit down. What do you say? But if it's not about her, she's like, ah, you know? And like, but if it's about her friends, you know, that girl be on it. She cares about her friends. So she does have that caring that I do admire. Javier, the times I've been to your youth services too, what inspires me, even though I'm not a musician, is you're always there, you know, leading or in the guitar. And I know you said that take the guitar away who you are. You're still someone that inspires other people to step out of your comfort zone, and that's what I like. Yeah.
Aww, look at it.
Still, I don't know.
Tears. Is someone
Um,
chopping onions over
Or get
here?
some tissues.
You didn't get the message.
Can I say something about myself?
Okay.
What do you love about
Wow.
yourself?
I'm
Wait,
really
is-
prideful.
Wow, that just perfectly.
That's not the word I would use, but
Nah.
Arrogant, maybe?
Yeah.
sounds about right.
All right. Let's go with Caroline. Let's just go zigzag, like, or cross.
Okay, cool beans. Does it matter where I start?
And some popcorn. You popcorn you.
Okay,
I said he should.
okay. I'll start with you.
I'm sorry.
I don't know you, but based off of
Yeah, this is
Today.
the first time I've met these two girls. This is the
Yeah.
first time
I
we've
know
met.
this is a
Yeah.
weird question, Israel. Not really,
Yeah.
but it's hard to answer.
yeah, but based off of today, based off of today, because I know that we haven't met before, but based off of today, you are open-minded.
Oh
I
yeah.
would say open-minded and smart. I heard that. Whoop, whoop.
Thank
Yo, it passed the vibe check.
Jose, I like your ambition and your intelligence.
Oh yeah, I love that too.
Your ambition and your intelligence. This is the one time only I'm ever gonna say because I know you're gonna keep it.
Say it again one more time just to let it sink in.
Anyways,
Oh my gosh.
Debbie, I like your,
Quiere llorar.
your wisdom. Your wisdom. You're definitely someone I come to when it comes to
Really?
yeah.
Man, glory to God.
She's alright, she's
I
alright.
don't know what I say half the time.
She's alright.
You say the right things without knowing, I guess. But yeah, I like your wisdom.
Not me? What's my Q level? Like high 6, right?
Your intelligence is on a different.
That's what I'm talking about. Yep.
It's on the negative
I
side.
thought more for like.
right. It's on a different level.
So we're talking about adults or
Right.
kids?
Adults are 5th graders. You're in the negative Y's. No, it becomes X, right?
Oh, are we really doing math right now, bro? First history, then science, now math, bro. English? No, we did books too.
Composition.
Oh my god.
That was English.
Yeah.
We did biology.
We did Bible study too.
Biology.
Bible study too. The whole shebang. What's next, Jim?
No.
No.
I ain't doing that.
Do recess or what?
We got lunch.
Yo, let's shout some people out. Who
Hey,
do I
we
want?
didn't all go.
Oh,
Damn.
He said, "Let's keep it rolling. Let's keep it moving."
Yo, my fault, dude.
She was like, I'm ready.
He
Yeah,
didn't even go.
That's how it
I didn't
is.
even go either.
Yo, where's my
Cool.
mind at, yo?
On yourself. No, I'm just
I
kidding.
can't wait
I'm
to
just
see what she
kidding.
has
I
to
just
say
got
about you
dry.
now. It probably changed.
You popcorn her or have you?
Who you popcorn
Oh, you.
Okay.
Since you were ready.
in? Okay.
So she's like,
It's because you were about to like skip it, so I was like, hold
she
on.
done wrote a whole paragraph in her mind.
Nah.
In the
That
notes.
reminded
In the
me-
notes.
She had
when I
a
was
word
talking.
count. She had a word count of 500.
No. No. I was gonna say I like that you are very caring of your friends and you're very outspoken. I think that's great when it's a great thing to have. Jose, I like what do I like? I'm just kidding.
Is there
Is
anything?
there anything?
I think
No.
we all have to ask that question.
No, I think definitely your work ethic. I think that's good. Like you're always working on something, which is great and good. It's good.
I thought you were gonna
It's
say-
good. I'm Groot.
I'm Groot.
Yeah. Oh, the baby Groot is so.
I know.
Okay. Sorry.
Okay, Baby Yoda or Baby Groot?
Baby Groot.
Baby
I
Groot.
definitely
Thank
had
you.
to go.
Thank
Baby
you.
Yoda.
Thank you.
And then.
By the way, okay.
Sorry. I'll just finish. Javier, I think it's really cool that it seems like you're very, oh, I had the phrase in my head. What was it? Like, it looks like, oh, tu entrega por Dios. I think that's a good thing to have. So, yeah.
It's the season, man.
Just the season?
It's
The
not,
season only?
no, like this was the season of push. Like there's nothing open. Y'all better dive into God. For real, no, for real.
Yeah.
Like right now,
This whole thing? Yeah.
you can't go to the mall. Where you gonna go?
That's true.
Shoot to my bed.
What you gotta do on
There's
Saturday?
no excuses.
Sleep.
What you gotta do on Saturday? You know what you can do?
Sleep.
You can pray for Sunday morning service. That's what you can do.
Oh, come on.
Okay. That's true.
Hope y'all watching your church live streams.
For
For real, nah,
a lot.
nah.
Catch us on
don't
Saturday.
Just, don't
Catch
just
us on
watch
Saturday.
your church live streams.
No, you gotta
Be there. Be there.
You know what my favorite quote on live stream is? I grabbed it from Bethel Production. He said, our goal is for people to have our stream on, but so busy worshiping they don't even watch it. They're just listening. And
That's
That's
the
true.
idea. And that's the
I'm like, oh man, and they work so hard to grab like these cool sceneries, but he doesn't care. He's like, I want these people to like just be in the presence.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's amazing.
I think that's the goal for every church. Cause I mean, you might as well not have the stream on if you're sitting down like munching on something. Like you gotta.
The
Receive
the real
what's
question
going on.
is, do you dress up when you watch your stream?
No.
No, the first time we were all in our pajamas.
Girl, I saw
I
that.
had a whole
You
cobija.
posted a Snapchat. I was like,
Oh yeah, huh? I
She was laying
did.
down on the couch watching the service.
They were-
Well,
yeah.
everybody in the service.
Well,
was
I wasn't
standing
like
up.
that, you
Yeah.
know. I threw on some pants and
Yeah.
a shirt and just went downstairs. Big
All of
chillin'.
us, we was just chilling. It was so bad, but now I go. Now I physically go.
Now you physically go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Shout
I
out to
dress
Caroline.
up. I dress up.
Shout out to Caroline. She's been helping me. Yeah. She's learning. She's learning.
Slowly, I'm not a tech person. Oh, I was gonna say your humor too. It's
Oh,
annoying, but I
man.
like your humor too.
Your dark, creepy humor.
Right.
Everybody likes my humor.
You know what? If you're gonna say that, I take it back.
Oh wow. So dumb.
You gonna-
Debbie, you still gotta finish off. You were heavier.
I'm
That's
done.
it. She said what she needs.
Oh.
you had to say it.
Say what? Oh, it's your turn.
Oh, it's my turn.
Sorry, I didn't know. I thought you
Alright.
were just
I start with the man, the myth, the legend, the founder, producer of this here podcast.
And writer.
That
Shout out
is
to Jose one time for the
Friday.
one time for starting the podcast.
Hey, thank you. What was it planned like a week ago?
Yeah, at our house.
Yeah.
We do this type of thing
At
every
our
Wednesday.
house.
My house. My
Your
house.
house.
Whoa, it's not our house. It's
I don't
my
live
house.
with her.
No. Oops. What?
Anyways.
Anyways.
I like your energy.
Mm.
I
That's
like
a
how
vibe.
I like how when someone says Jose's here, you gotta turn around because here comes Jose and everyone knows it.
Is it because
You're
he's dumb?
feeding his pride. You're just
No,
like,
it's
you're
not
firing
that.
him
It's because
up.
he's got that personality,
I
you
know.
know. He's got that's him.
Jose be walking in the room, be like, "What it do, babe?"
Girl.
No, look.
I love
this,
saying that.
this is how Jose walks in the room. What's up, guys? What is this? And then he'll say like some dark joke and then sit down and everybody will be like,
This dude.
He'd be like,
he's here.
"Have
He's
you ever
definitely
noticed
here."
that?"
He's definitely-
I was literally gonna say that he'll either be like, "Ha ha 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 ha." That's his
What
laugh.
in the world?
Yo, I do that a lot. Yo, but look, it's not because like I'm demonic or anything. Because I love
They
Jesus.
didn't see it.
But like I do this just for the heck of it. Because people are like, "What are you doing?" You know, and they're like,
What was it? I still can't do it.
It's like peace, right? But this way.
so I guess Javier's just on hold.
Sorry, girl. I mean, dude, you've been doing this the whole
Hey,
time.
hey, go for it, bro. What were you saying? Me? What?
Oh my god.
Oh no, I was done with you.
Oh, I bet.
Debbie, I like how you're very. I think you speak very well what you think in your head. Like you precisely speak. Measure your words. Very measured in your words.
Yeah.
Yeah, accurate.
For sure.
She
Not
has,
too bad
she
for the
has,
first
she has a
time.
lot of vocabulary.
Content.
He said
She
that
has
was a
she has
whole-
big words,
Content is not a
that
big
if
word.
they're like, if she's telling me big words and I don't understand them, I take them into offense. But like, I know she doesn't mean.
They're not bad words.
I know, but like, I don't get it, so I'm gonna take it to offense.
You're just gonna you're not gonna give her the benefit of the doubt.
I would ask, no matter how stupid I look, I'd be like,
No, I used to ask you, huh, a lot.
Yeah.
Yo, I feel so stupid.
I don't know what I was gonna say, but I forgot. Commercial break.
Commercial.
good.
I like how you take in what people gotta say, like good things, like very good things. Like you take it in. Like our suggestion about books, you're like, yeah, let's start doing that.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like you want to grow and you want to progress, and that's a good thing. That's a very good thing.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Is that a wrap?
No, I gotta restart the music.
Oh Lord. Oh, pop question. What's your favorite song at the moment?
Ooh.
Oh,
I
that's
stepped
like
on
a
your
shit
shoe
time,
again.
bro.
That's twice,
oh, my
dude.
goodness, man.
So not just because they're my siblings, but I really like.
Hold on. When are we
Oh,
when are we
I do
having
like that
Ronnie and Amy featuring Debbie?
Not today.
Oh, for
sir.
real?
Bro.
For real, that would be so good.
I don't know.
Wait, didn't they just release something
Today.
today?
Yeah.
Today,
So
huh?
I not
Shout
that
them
I
out, plug.
not that I
Shameless
didn't
plug.
like their music before. I did, but this album precisely, I just like it more than the others. And I really like that one song. It's a good
I like
one.
that a lot.
It's
yeah.
catchy. It's
Yeah.
stuck in my head all day.
It's sweet.
So that's currently today my favorite song right now. Because every day I have a new song because there's too much music. What about you?
And explain it.
Explain the song?
Yeah.
Oh, I like it because we're worshiping God.
Oh, wow.
She said.
Well, now I gotta find a worship song.
Nope,
I guess it's not really necessarily today, but just in general. My favorite Christian song is Cycles.
What are we doing, Christian?
Oh, I love that
I
song.
love that song.
That's good.
By I think it's
Jonathan McReynolds.
Jonathan McReynolds. Part of it is because it talks about basically how you overcame something, right? So you pre-Jesus, right? You overcame something, and now it seems like you're being tested again of the same thing. So it's like the sequel, right? And it's mentioned in the song. So I felt that deep, you know? But it definitely makes me tear.
Oh, she can sing. You should sing it.
I
said
can't
that
even
weird.
be
You
talking
can
about that
sing.
with your voice, girl. Get out of here.
Yeah.
But thank you. But yeah, that song definitely hits. Now, non-Christian, My Boo by Usher.
My boo by us.
I haven't heard it, but it sounds.
It's
good.
Is that about your boo?
it's just really catchy. It's been hitting hella hard.
Oh, so we're
lately.
doing one Christian and one non-Christian?
Well, that's what I
So,
did.
we're
So
gonna be- okay.
You got it.
My favorite Christian song, worship song, would be Nothing Else,
Oh, bro.
but sang by Edward Rivera.
Ooh.
Oh yes, that's
That
such a
dude-
good
dude,
version.
That
Bro.
guy can sing, bro.
That song gets me all up in my
Like-
feelings, bro.
That song is like, that's what you need if you're not in the mood.
That guy's voice.
What was it?
bro.
Nothing else.
Nothing else. I just
Favorite. Okay, and Susan get mad. I don't know if he's watching, but I told him I like Gabi's album more than Kanye's.
Oh.
I like how he said that louder, so like if he was in the other room.
Cause like, Gabi killed it.
I'm gonna.
He killed it.
I like two songs. The rest, I don't know. It's because for me, an album should be one project with little sections, you know.
I kind of do.
And that one just felt like
Okay.
feels like a
Like
mixtape.
my-
I said
my-
it. It
my
feels
best-
like a mixtape.
My best favorite album. It does sound like a mixtape. My best favorite album was Magic and Bird, Andy Menu and Words Play.
My dude.
Come on. But non-Christian. This song, I think the thing can pick it up. I love the guitar. I love the guitar.
The guitar.
The guitar.
Bro, is that that's the song that's named Black or something?
No.
Is that from TikTok?
This one? No, I heard this one already before TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
The one about the black, painted black, is.
Oh, it's a video.
Come on. Ooh,
That's nice.
A little wrist. I don't have that song painted black.
Dang, you're taking it way back.
Shoot.
Right.
Yeah, my music taste
Berries.
varies.
Chill.
It varies. Everything: rock, metal, indie, alternative rock, heavy metal, apart from metal,
Same thing.
hip hop, R&B. I think that's one.
Yes, that is a genre.
House.
What's house?
Oh, EDM house. Come on with
Oh, okay.
it. Shoot, I vary.
If you would have said EDM, I would have been
Yeah, I was so into DJing, so like I liked every type of music. The one I still struggle, and I'm trying to like okay, I mean, let's do this country.
Bro,
You meet a lot of people that say, oh, I vary, but country, you know. But like I'm trying to get into that country like spot.
Bro, I'm not
Talk to
gonna-
Richard.
I'm not
He
gonna lie.
loves country.
Richard's too country. I'm not there yet. I'm gonna take it slow.
Sometimes we get into customers' cars and they got country music,
Yeah.
and we're like, yeah, I could drive down the highway to this.
Oh, what song?
Isn't that what all their songs are about? Driving
Yo,
down the
I'm ready.
highway.
I'm ready.
What's the one? There's a song that says driving like that, and it's a country song.
She said
Down
driving.
the lights, down the... No.
No, that's not.
Oh no, Jesus
country.
take the wheel?
No,
Jesus
it's a country
You
song.
know what song I've been waiting for to have a
Turn
car
the
with?
lights and
And just
drive,
go
something like that.
fast in the highway. This one. I just want to go fast. Just like windows down, the
Fast?
breeze. I want to go fast in this song. No. This song I want to go.
You know, I
fast.
have one that I have my fast song here. I'll show you.
Let me switch scene. Someone was asking who's switching the angles. It's me.
The Holy Spirit. I'm just kidding.
Oh, okay.
I'm just kidding.
Bro, I told my uncle because he was having so much trouble yesterday with his machine. And I'm like, es el diablo, no te deja trabajar. And then
That's-
he's like, no juegues con eso. And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm like, it was a joke for me.
I have kind of a country-ish song, but I have to look for it. Let's see. By the way, this is the Cycle song. Let me re-find it. Hold up. Where is it? I literally just placed it.
Y'all ready? This is how I want to drive through.
Red.
You know which one that is?
I think I've heard it.
It's for Fast and the Furious.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a Don Omar song? Is it a Don Omar?
Just go fast.
Yeah.
Yo, Fast and the Furious.
That's a hella throwback.
Fast and the Furious was something, bro. Until like these recent ones, they just. I still watch them though.
After the fifth, sixth one, I was like, you guys are just chasing clout now. You guys are just using the name to get money.
Yeah.
Probably.
They should have just ended on the Paul Walker note.
Yeah, I know. I
Other than
kind of
that-
still low key maybe want to see Hobbs and Shaw. Hobbs and Shaw? Or Hobbs and Shaw?
Did that one already come out?
Yes, but I never saw it. Ooh, you think Hulu might have it?
Shout out Lauren Daigle just released a song in Spanish.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
New Music
really?
Friday. We got I don't listen to him. Nah, I kind of did. Drake, New Music Friday. Amy and Ronnie and Amy. New Music Friday. Oh, shout out to my boy Luminate. Come on now.
You got a new
yeah.
song?
Yo, yeah, he
My
took out
There's
another
a
song.
bunch of new music.
Luminate. Who else?
Elevation just released an album
Elevation.
today.
That's crazy.
Quarantine going crazy.
One thing is-
Need to Breathe just released some new
Oh,
stuff.
okay.
You know who Need
Walk
to
on
Breathe
your-
is?
Dude,
Walk on your
what?
back.
You probably know who they are. They're on K-Love all
They
the
go,
time.
"Brother, let me be your shield."
Oh, you can sing too? That's crazy.
Oh, dang. Karaoke
I
night?
know, I heard that too.
Karaoke night?
Jose, get out.
Oh.
It's just the music.
but this is my podcast. Oh, I was gonna.
Okay, I'll let you stay just so you can control the cameras. Well, technically I can do that too, though, but I'll let you do it.
My favorite song at the moment right now is Refiner
I'm just
by
gonna- I
Maverick
just
City
realized
Music.
that we're on
It's a
the
charger.
camera.
Play a little bit.
Refiner. Oh, you guys know who Maverick City Music is?
Who?
Maverick City Music.
No.
It was basically like You guys know who Chandler Moore is?
What's a song by?
You're really
I
into
know more
Johnny
songs.
Swim.
And Johnny Swim.
You're really into Johnny Swim.
I like Johnny Swim.
Ask me how I know that.
Because you just looked at my computer and
No,
just like, what's
I didn't. I
Johnny
wasn't
Swim?
even looking at your computer.
How?
I don't know. I gotta tell you.
Nah.
You're into Johnny Swim, bro.
Yeah, Johnny Swim is nice.
Bro, was that like 10 feet?
Yeah, something like that.
You have the YouTube open.
It's either 10 or 8 feet.
Great. Have you ever played the drums around the age of 1? And at the age of 7, he taught himself how to play the bass without his parents knowing.
Oh my god,
so
Jose,
cool.
you're really doing that?
For real, you were doing this
And from
right now?
there, he taught himself guitar. And according to this family member, you have an insane ear for music.
I have a what?
Insane ear for music. It's crazy. Oh, who's this?
Maverick City. Alright, so basically, you guys need to listen to Maverick City. It's like all the Bethel people, and they just all get to do like a room like this, and they write, and then they record these like, bro, it's like a very spontaneous, very heart. If you like heart songs, like nothing else is a very nice heart song.
Yeah.
These songs, Maverick City music. When you get home,
You know
gotta
what the
put albums.
you know what the
Maverick City.
Hispanic community needs? Something like that.
Bro, this is my vision, dude. This is my plan.
Yeah.
I want to get a bunch of like really people that have a heart for God, put them in one room.
That
Let
would
them
be
do
so
Lock the
dope.
door. I want to be the one that locks the door.
No, for real, like, cause these people, they have writing
Yeah.
camps. They just all go into a house with the pianos and guitar, like Brandon Lake, Stephanie Gretzinger, Amanda Cook, Chandler Moore,
She said Stephanie.
and
She
they.
go crazy.
Well, she's in the song. She's about to come on and watch.
There she is. I already hear her.
But yeah, and, like they just all and they write, and this is the product. Like very nice
Yeah.
heart songs. Like this song when I first heard it, it broke me. Like I was like, oh Lord, what I want this to be my desire. Because the song says, I want to be tried by fire. That's a hard song to sing. It's easy to sing it, but when you're in the fire,
Yeah.
that's when you're going through trouble. Let's see if you can sing it loud.
Right.
See if you can sing it from your heart.
Yeah. Bro, the couple of times that I've sung up stage, I get so emotional. I'm like, stop it. Stop it. Because then I don't actually get to sing. And I think about you. I'm like, how does she go up there and not just burst out into tears, you know? Bro, whenever you sing, I feel it. I feel the Holy Spirit. For real.
Glory to God.
I'm like, keep it going. Keep it going.
I think
For sure.
crap.
Check
And
the
Andrea?
bridge though.
Oh, jeez. Welcome, y'all.
Yeah. It's a really
It
nice
sounds
song.
really good.
Yeah, it's
What's
All
it
of
called?
those songs. Maverick City Music.
Maverick
But
City.
the song?
It's
Or
called
just
Refiner.
Refiner.
So I think this is a good note to end on.
Yes, sir.
Shout out, we did the 2 hours. Some people were like, were we gonna do really 2 hours? Nah, we really did like an hour and like 50 minutes. Well, close enough. Yeah, catch us next week, Friday. Maybe the same of us or us and the guests. We'll see what happens. Any last words?
It was better than I thought, to be honest. I thought it was going to be a little awkward, you know?
God bless y'all.
I was gonna shout out to Jose for the vision and executing the vision.
For
Let's
real.
go. And we're not even on one cam.
And shout out to Israel for all the questions.
For real, for real.
Shout out everyone who connected. Everyone,
True.
everyone
All
who
9
got
of
on.
you. Thank you.
Yeah.
All 9 of you.
On 9, 10. And we got
No.
to 10 at
Yeah.
one point.
Hey,
No,
we
it
did
was
get
a
10.
12. I saw it was a 12.
For real?
Yeah, for a bit.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
All right then,
Oh.
guys. We'll catch you guys later and peace.
Bye.
Bye.